October is turning out to be quite an interesting month, so here I am going to make some predictions for all of us for October. Stay tuned. Hello everybody, I'm Tina Chaudhary. Welcome to my channel and a very, very warm namaste. Aham Brahmasmi. So first things first, let me start by wishing all my viewers that have birthdays in October a very happy birthday. May you have a joyous, lucky, healthy, prosperous, and a very successful year ahead of you. I pray that my divine shower you with all the best blessings. So an extra helping of love and birthday wishes to my favorite guy in Northern California, Rishi Ratna. I have extra birthday wishes to Seng Mong Seng and Suresh N7N. That's his YouTube handle, and he's from Trinidad. A big God bless and happy birthday to beautiful girls that are in Toronto, Yogita and Darshni. God bless you, my dear. And lastly, someone called Beeble Bomb. Have a bombastic birthday, my dear. And of course, lots of love again and a very happy birthday to all my viewers that have October birthdays. And of course, everyone else, don't get too impatient. I'm moving on now. Now let's take a look at all the planetary energy and transits for October. Very interesting month ahead. The first major planetary occurrence is the solar eclipse on October 2nd. I made a video on that already. You can watch it for the predictions and world events as well as the guidance for each rising sun or ascendant. The solar eclipse is very significant in endings and beginnings for each zodiac sign, so it signifies a lot of things. I'll add a link to that video in the description box of this video if you want to watch it, if you missed it. On October 2nd, Saturn transits to the nakshatra of Satbhishak. This nakshatra is ruled by Rahu. Now, Saturn has been retrograde for a while, so it has been in Satbhishak previously. Saturn's going to stay retrograde until in all of October until November. On October 9th, Mercury leaves its own house of Virgo and transits to Libra and then moves quickly out of there and forward to Scorpio on October 29th. On October 12th, Venus also leaves its own house of Libra and moves forward to Scorpio. On October 16th, Sun makes its monthly transit and enters Libra. Sun is debilitated in Libra, so it's not going to be happy after the middle of the month. On October 20th, Mars enters Cancer and its debilitated sign in Cancer. So we don't get the good energy of Mars either. But most important is on October 9th when Jupiter, that's been in Taurus since May of this year, turns retrograde. It will stay retrograde until February of next year. I will make a separate video on that. Rahu and Ketu are happy where they are because they've already created enough chaos for us by causing both the eclipses. So they've done their job well, so they're going to stay in Virgo and Pisces. So here we have it. Two of the most important planets, Jupiter and Saturn, are retrograde. The two other important planets, Mars and Saturn, are debilitated. Now the situation could prove to be challenging at the world events level. Most of the predictions I have already made in both of my eclipse videos. Now, the main guidance that we can get from this at a personal level is that 1, manage your ego and anger with everyone in all relationships. Sun and Mars, both in debilitation, could give us quite repressed frustration and outbursts of anger. So avoid that at all costs. Drinking lots of water controls that fire element, and meditation balances the air energy in our body. So and it puts out all that fire energy in our body. So drink lots of water this month. Secondly, don't expect fast results of anything that you do. Things will tend to slow down due to both Jupiter and Saturn being retrograde. So we will get slower results of our efforts. So don't get frustrated with that. Stay patient, and after mid-November, things could improve. So just adjust your expectations accordingly. Two major fire planets, which is Mars and Sun, debilitated. So it gives you the bad fire energy in your body. So it does affect our digestion a little bit because it's the fire in our belly that digests food. So some people could have digestion issues. Also, the negative fire element in our body is going to get heightened. So a lot of us may have ego and anger issues. The anger is going to be of the repressed nature. We're going to hold back our anger, and then one day we're going to burst. And so that's the kind of energy that October brings. So hold on to your anger. Practice deep breathing, drink lots of water. It's going to be mostly for the second half of the month that happens. Mainly after October 20th, when Mars is also going to be debilitated. So no worries there, nothing bad's going to happen. So that's all the guidance that I have for everyone. Of course, the predictions will give more customized guidance and predictions. Now, I did want to mention something very important that occurs during October as well. For those that are interested in that energy of the universe and stuff like that. So from Thursday, October 3rd to Saturday, October 12th is the 9-day period that is called Navaratri. Nava means 9 and Ratri means night. This period occurs once a year during the same time period, approximately October. It has special significance, and it's celebrated a lot in India and Indians everywhere outside India as well. So during this period, it is considered that there is a very intense, powerful energy in the universe. This energy is of Ma, or the mother. Ma is the mother goddess that fought against the most evil demon in order to protect her children from him. So the children in this case is us, the world. According to Vedic text, all the gods gave the mother goddess all their power and their weapons because they believed that no one could fight harder than a mother to protect her children, even more than the gods. So she fought for 9 days, and on the 9th day she killed the demon, which is why the energy of these 9 nights is so extremely potent. So what can we do to make use of this divine energy that's in the universe? How can we use it to our benefit to kind of bring that energy into our lives also? So the best exercise that we can all do, regardless of what religion it is, you can still do this. This energy is for everyone. The best exercise you can do is to simply sit with your hearts and minds open and soak in these vibrations. We should simply try to go back to purity and receive the blessings of the mother and the goddess. So just like it takes 9 months for a baby to be born, these 9 days are like resting in the womb of the mother goddess. And so it's like experiencing a new birth. So it's considered a time of self-referral, renewal of our own aura and energy. So you can change your energy this time. So what can you actually do to harness this energy? This is something that I've been practicing. I've never shared it with anybody, but I will with you. It's really quite simple. Just one of the ways that you can do it is to sit outdoors during dusk. That's when the energy is the most powerful. Just still your mind, become calm, forget all your worries and all those annoying thoughts. You could actually close your eyes if you wish, and those who are able to, you could just meditate and just kind of feel the vibration coming down. Those of you that are not able to meditate could alternately do the gratitude exercise, which is very powerful. So which means just sit still, think of the divine based on your faith and belief, and hold out your palms to receive blessings. And now here comes the part which is very critical to manifestation of positive energy. It's a 3-step routine. So you could say your favorite mantra or prayer based on whatever faith you are or you practice. The Hindus at this time should do the Devi Kavacham. Other people can do whatever prayer they like. And you show gratitude. And then the second thing is you ask for blessings, and you ask the mother goddess to bless you, that you always make the right decisions. There's really no set time or how long you should do this. So the exercise is simple. Come out at dusk, close your eyes, hold out your palms, and just try to feel the energy, still your mind. You can visualize your goddess or god that you believe in, and then just sit there and kind of, sometimes what I do to start the energy going, or my aura going in my body, is I can rub my hands until I kind of feel some energy in between them, and then just hold them out and wait for that energy to download into. Dusk is the most powerful time of the day to download energy from the universe, whether it's these 9 days or whether it's all the time. And I do it quite frequently. So you can do that. These 9 nights are extremely powerful. You can use these 9 nights to do manifestation during this time as well. If you have tarot cards, or if you have a prayer beads or whatever, you can actually wash them and set them out for a 24-hour period, and they get energized, they get refreshed and renewed. So you can use these 9 nights for that as well. But use it for the energy to clean your own aura, to refresh your own energy, and you will really sense this energy. So try it if you want to, and let me know how it feels. You don't have to sit out every night for 9 nights. You can just do it for one night if you feel like. You can do it for more than one. You can do it for all night. Whatever makes you happy, you can do that. But definitely do it at least once and see how that feels. So that's my suggestion to you. This is October, and now I'm going to move forward and make some predictions. Remember, my predictions are based on Vedic astrology calculations. They're also based on your rising sign. It's called the ascendant. It's called the lagna. No matter how many times I say it, people ask me the question. So here we go. And let me remind you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And for all those that have already subscribed, thank you so much. And now I move on to predictions. Predictions for Aries. Aries, your ascendant ruler Mars is in the 3rd house of communication and courage almost all month, but after the 20th it transits to your 4th house of domestic mental peace and debilitates there. So this month may have its share of ups and downs. As far as career is concerned, this is a month where you will be burdened with a lot of extra responsibilities and tasks. So this might cause you stress and anxiety. The beginning of the month might start out with good energy and enthusiasm, but as the month progresses, you may feel a sense of disinterest or lethargy about your career, and that will result in delays in your work and non-completion of your tasks. You may even tend to have a non-cooperative attitude with your seniors and co-workers. You need to make sure you don't fall into this trap. In fact, if you experience any sort of difficulty, get help from a mentor or guide that can coach you, mentor, and motivate you in a very positive way. Any opportunities that come your way now should be checked out thoroughly, and don't impulsively accept them without thorough research first. As far as finance is concerned, this is a generally stable month. However, Aries has had high expenses for the past several months due to Rahu being in the 12th house of expenses. And this month you also spend on entertainment, pleasures, and luxury items. Aries should do what they can to control their spending. This month could be expenses relating to your home, vehicles as well. This also is not the month to invest in the stock market. Financially, you may be a little stressed this month, so manage your finances well. As far as relationships are concerned, love life is going to be pleasant, especially after the 2nd half of the month. And you could enjoy a very harmonious time with your partner this month. Married Aries will face some struggles, but only after the 2nd half of the month due to their assertive dominance and fiery words. Try to not fall into the trap of that fiery Sun and Mars debilitated energy. Also, do maintain a very positive relationship with your father and take care of his health as well. After October 20th, Aries will have a debilitated Mars in their 4th house, and the 4th house represents domestic peace and mental stress. So they need to be very cautious about this debilitated Mars energy. It's going to give them some repressed anger and frustration, which they may take it out either on their spouse or the people that they're living at home with, or people at work. So they need to be very cautious about their communication and behavior. Try not to be bossy, try not to be angry. And so this way you also control your own mental stress and mental peace. Otherwise, you could damage relationships as well as ruin your own mental happiness and peace. Even though Aries feels a lack of peace this month, your family will be very supportive of your needs. Any misunderstandings that you may have had with your brothers or friends will also have a very good chance of being resolved now. As far as health is concerned, take very good care of your health. There are lots of planets in your sixth house of health. There could be pain in your shoulders and joints. And some Aries may even have some coughs and colds and some chest infections. So take good care of your health this month. Predictions for Taurus. Taurus, your ascendant ruler Venus is going to be in its own house or the sixth house the first half of the month, and then it goes into the seventh house after that. You will also have Jupiter transiting in your own house, but that's going to become retrograde in October. So October is a month of changes for you. As far as career is concerned, this month Saturn in your 10th house has a nakshatra change, and that nakshatra is ruled by Rahu, that is Satbishak. This is an indication that you will need to be extra vigilant regarding your career matters. Your efforts could be mainly to show off that you're doing very well, you're putting in a lot of efforts. But if you do it just to show off, then that could backfire on you and distract you away from your actual work and productivity. So focus more on your performance, less on impressing others. So this month is for hard work and efforts. These efforts could be for you to complete stalled work in the past, increasing your income, and also for your status at work. But these efforts should be for the correct reasons, not just to show off that you're putting in the effort. Just focus on your work and your efforts for all these things. You may complete your pending tasks also. If your effort is sincere, you will see some rise in your career and recognition. This is for employed as well as business people. As far as finance is considered this month, you will now have all the right ideas on how to increase your income. Make sure you plan well this month. Make the best plan regarding your career and your finances. And in the next few months could be very financially rewarding for you as far as if you have a good plan. The key to professional and financial success this month and the future is to have the perfect temperament and optimum performance this month. Mars in the second house has the ability to give you very aggressive communication. Don't let that be your downfall this month. Manage your communication with everybody, especially family members, because the second house does denote family members. The second half of the month could be way more expensive, so control your spending as well. Also, after the second half of the month, the sun moves into the sixth house and debilitates. So make sure you are getting along very well with your seniors. Make sure you give them the due respect at work and make sure you obey them. Do whatever it is that they're asking you to do. This is not the time to go up against them. As far as love relationships is concerned, you might feel that there's a distance in their relationships. You might feel disengaged in those relationships. And the same is for relationships with children if you have children. You may also feel that you're not able to spend as much quality time with your children as you would have liked to due to work commitments and work pressure. Be more understanding of their needs. Have patience, because after the middle of the month, that relationship, whether it's with your loved ones or whether it's with your children, tends to improve a lot. Married Taurus, after the middle of the month, enjoys a very harmonious relationship with their spouse. As far as health is concerned, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just pay close attention to what you eat. Some Taurus could have digestive issues and some could have UTI issues this month. Predictions for Gemini. Gemini, your ascendant ruler Mercury is going to be involved, very heavily involved in the solar eclipse from your fourth house in the house of Virgo. Then 2 quick transits through Libra and then Scorpio. Lots of activity going on with your own ascendant ruler as well as in your life in October. The maximum involvement of Mercury, first in the fourth house, which signifies your home environment, and then with Scorpio, which indicates real estate transactions, means that this is a time for Gemini when there's a lot of activity going to go on in either your domestic environment or real estate matters. The other impact is going to be the lack of peace within your domestic environment, possibly due to discord or arguments at home. Now, I've been saying this for a long time that Gemini could have real estate or relocation matters going on. But October could be the month where they finally have the transaction, or if things had been stalled up to now regarding relocation or real estate transactions, October could be the final month due to the solar eclipse in their fourth house where the real estate matter does culminate. But this month, Gemini also loses their patience and gets a rather reactive because of the solar eclipse occurring in their fourth house. As far as career is concerned, there could be lots of changes in your career, especially for those that were looking for a new job or to start something new. That could start, you could get a new job. Those Geminis that were not even wanting to change could also see some change or movement in their career. It could even be something small where they're asked to move their desk or move to a new location in their current job, but definitely something happening in their career. Just make sure that your communication is always professional and courteous. Otherwise, you could damage your relationships with your coworkers or even your superiors at this time, because you lose your patience or you lose your temper and you say something. Mars in the first house, then in the second house, is giving you a little bit of an aggressive attitude at this time. So manage that Mars energy. You need to control that extra fire that Mars is bringing on within you. So make sure you do that well in October. As far as finance is concerned, it's probably going to be an expensive month for Gemini. These expenses could be related to redecorating, renovations, or even some of Gemini's buying a new vehicle. Some of these expenses could be past expenses that all of a sudden they come from somewhere and surprise you. But lots of Geminis could also be spending on celebrations, entertaining, and food as well, because these expenses are due to Jupiter in the 12th, so it could be happiness-related expenses as well. The expense could also be related to travel, and that could be related to foreign travel or religious travel. There is a positive in the finance sector. After the 20th, there could be a good inflow of income. It could be adding to your savings, or it could just be some good cash inflow for you. Gemini needs to take care of their health this month. Some of you may even have sleep issues. You may have unrest issues like fatigue and mental stress, so do take care of your health. The best part of this month is that some Geminis may feel like connecting back with their religion and spirituality or the divine, especially if they had lost touch with it for some time previously. Predictions for Cancer. Cancer, for you, Jupiter is going to be retrograde in your 11th house, and Saturn is already retrograde, but it also now changes to a new nakshatra that's ruled by Rahu in your challenging 8th house. Your career lord is Mars, and it will soon enter your own ascendant house, and that's its debilitation point. So this month is where you can expect some slowdown of your expected results. As far as career is concerned, mostly it stays status quo, or you may become very lethargic regarding your work. It's also possible that work becomes a low priority for you this month due to many other distractions going on in your life. So you need to pay attention that you continue with your hard work and effort, even though you don't absolutely feel like doing it, or you have a feeling of underconfidence. Also, don't ignore others' opinions or guidance in the workplace. Respect what others are assigning you or expecting from you. Some Cancers can travel for work-related matters. As far as finance is concerned, this isn't the month to make any kind of investment decisions because Jupiter is turning retrograde in the 11th house of gains. So don't make any financial plans and investment decisions this month. Delay that all until the next month if possible. In fact, the beginning of the month could be quite expensive, and there could be some sudden spending on family or children related matters. The beginning of the month could also mean short travels, so the spending could be related to travel for a Cancer. Try your best to control your spending, or it could get out of hand very quickly and before you know it. If you were expecting any financial gains of any sort, then those could get delayed for a while because both Saturn and Jupiter are retrograde at this time. So unfortunately, you're going to have to wait for a while. Let's talk about your health. It's an okay time for health. Those cancers that have issues with hypertension should be careful about having any mental stress of any kind. And some cancers should be cautious with their shoulder and back pain. Only those that have issues in the past, maybe, I guess, should be cautious. But otherwise, for the rest of Cancer, health should be okay this month. As far as relationships is concerned, you need to pay special attention to your relationship with your siblings, and some Cancers might even travel to meet their siblings this month. Take care of the health of the seniors in your family as well. And the other thing that I want to mention is that Mars is going to be moving into your own ascendant house and debilitating in there after the 20th of October. And that's going to give you some sort of repressed frustration, repressed anger issues. You may be wanting to lash out at people because you're just frustrated about something. You need to be very cautious about that and your communication. So make sure you watch your communication, the words that you speak, your attitude, your behavior towards basically everybody, especially at home with your spouse and also with your in-laws, because that's the aspect of Mars. So make sure you watch for that after the 20th of the month. Make sure your communication and your behavior is not aggressive, not argumentative. Otherwise, this is an okay month. I guess I should say this is just a status quo month. You're probably going to be doing some traveling, and don't expect too much of change of any sort. Just kind of watch your anger, and your communication is most of it. Predictions for Leo. Leo, your ascendant ruler Sun, is going to be involved in the solar eclipse in the beginning of the month in your second house of family finance, and then transit to your third house of communication, courage, self-confidence, self-effort, and siblings after mid-month. It will also debilitate in that house. As far as your career is concerned, this is a month where you start out by doing lots of hard work and then putting in extra self-effort in your career. You will expect to see results, but Jupiter retrogrades in your career house. So basically, you will depend on your luck a lot more than your effort. So make sure you are at the right place at the right time. Do everything you can to get luck on your side. For some Leos, there may be a delay in seeing the results of their efforts, and they won't see it until November, when Saturn turns direct and it starts to impact their career in a positive way. For some Leo, there could be some conflicts in the workplace with your co-workers, and some Leos may have to do quite a bit of travel for their work as well. As far as finance is concerned, make you understand that the eclipse happened in your house of finance. So make sure you don't overspend, especially after the 20th, when Mars moves into a 12th house of expense. You could be tempted to do that due to pressure or to show others, but you end up regretting it later. So you need to be very extra careful how you handle your finance. Definitely avoid impulsive overbuying. As far as relationships is concerned, it is a pleasant time for love relationships, but after the 9th, there could be some slowdown or delays in your love relationships, especially if you were looking for a long-term commitment from your partner. Married Leos, there could be some disagreement with your spouse regarding domestic matters or relating to some events at home. You also need to manage your relationship with your siblings very well this month, especially after the second half of the month. Communication is key because your ascendant ruler, the Sun, moves into the third house of siblings and it debilitates there. The Sun is our ego, so it's possible that ego could ruin your relationship with your siblings based on what you say to them or how you handle the relationship. So make sure you become aware of that, watch your words, and treat your siblings with respect and don't put ego in the relationship. So you need to be very careful how you treat your siblings, especially, like I said, after the second half of the month. As far as health is concerned, it is status quo. Now, my only guidance for Leos is to avoid mental stress, especially after mid-month. Don't lose your temper. Also, stay very, very close to your father. Get his blessings regularly, frequently, to activate your luck in your life, which is the ninth house. Also, the travel houses are getting activated in this month, so some Leos may be traveling quite a bit, and some of you may be traveling for work reasons. Predictions for Virgo. Virgo, your ascendant ruler Mercury is going to be involved in the solar eclipse at the beginning of the month, and that is going on in your own ascendant house. Then it rapidly moves your second house of finance and family, and then at the end of the month it's going to move to your third house of communication, self-effort, and courage. It is going to be an eventful month for Virgo for sure. As far as career is concerned, this month requires you to put in lots of hard work in all your tasks and efforts. At the same time, it will give you good recognition and rewards as well. You will get lots of new opportunities and offers, but don't accept any and all of them. Instead, think and assess each one carefully before you make decisions on any one of them. There is a tendency towards mental confusion, so try not to take impulsive and quick decisions in any area of your life. However, luck has been in your favor for several months due to Jupiter being in your ninth house of luck. But now it retrogrades on October 9th, so you need to be a little more cautious. Also, avoid engaging in any work gossip or politics. This is not going to work in your favor. Because of your hard work and effort, you are going to get noticed, especially in the first half of the month. Some Virgos may even get promoted. As far as finance is concerned, the beginning of the month is very lucky in terms of income and savings. After the 9th of October, some Virgos may even get offers from an overseas or foreign source. Virgos that have been looking for a new job may actually get one this month. However, if you're looking for a loan or some kind of a debt, then there can be delays in getting one of those. As far as relationships are concerned, love relationships, we can say, are just going to be status quo. Single Virgos looking for a partner can experience some delays now because of Saturn and Jupiter both being retrograde after October 9th. Same could be said for Virgos interested in having a child, which means that there can be delays in conception as well. This month could see some Virgos have focus on a relationship with their siblings. Make sure you enjoy a pleasant time with your siblings and definitely don't say or do anything to damage that relationship. In fact, try your best to enjoy that relationship. Virgos, the short distance travel house is getting activated, so there could be some short distance travel for Virgos, and some of them could actually be traveling for work reasons. As far as health is concerned, take good care of your health. Some Virgos could have eye troubles this month. Some could also have pain in their legs and ankles, especially if you have been prone to that in the past. Also, take good care of the food that you're eating and the diet that you're following. It could give you some slow digestion problems and then create digestive issues for you. My last piece of advice is try not to do any financial management or make any investment decisions after the 20th of October, when Mars will debilitate in your 11th house of financial gains. Predictions for Libra. Libra, your ascendant ruler Venus will be in your own ascendant house for the first half of the month, and then transit to the second house of family and finance. So the focus this month is definitely on yourself, your health, and your family this month. As far as career is concerned, this month could be one of confusions, and as far as career is concerned, you may be wanting to make some changes in your career, but you may not even be sure what those changes are. You may be having to put in lots of extra work and hours in your job, and that could be tiring and stressful as well. My guidance is to not make any decisions or changes in a state of this confusion. Even if you do get a chance to make some changes in your work or you get a new opportunity, just proceed cautiously. As far as finance is concerned, Libra could have high expenses in October. These expenses could be related to household related items. They also may have traveled this month, so this expense could also be related to travel as well as family related matters. After mid-month, it's not a favorable time to make any sort of investments, whether they're in real estate or stocks and shares or any other related or any other investments. If you must invest, make sure you get good advice from an expert, and that's when you make the investments. As far as relationships are concerned, talking about love relationships, there can be some delays in moving forward in your love relationship, especially if you were expecting to take it to the next step. So just have some patience. Now, as far as married Libras are concerned, you will spend a very positive time with your partner. Now, although you will need to take care of their health and make sure you're very supportive of their needs as far as accommodating them with their work, and make sure that you help them and try to spend as much positive time with them as possible. Relationship with children should be handled with care. Saturn is retrograde in the 5th house, so there could be lack of harmony or understanding between you and your children. Make sure you make every effort to understand their point of view, and don't be stubborn in your approach with them. Make sure you make every effort to understand them and become flexible and adaptable to their needs. As far as your health is concerned, it's going to be very good this month. In fact, better than before. And for those Libras that had stomach or chest issues in prior months, there could be very good recovery from these issues. My only guidance is for women that are pregnant at this time. They need to take very good care, be cautious, and take care of their health. After mid-month, the sun moves into your ascendant house and it debilitates there. The sun represents ego, and when it's debilitated, it gives you negative impacts of that ego. So avoid being egoistic or aggressive with others, being bossy with others. Rather, enjoy your relationships and try to spend happy times with your family. Avoid being aggressive or egoistic in the workplace as well, and definitely don't try to be egoistic or bossy with your superiors at work. Predictions for Scorpio. Scorpio, your ascendant ruler Mars will be in your 8th house, and on the 20th, it will move into the 9th house. The 8th house is one of challenges, such as obstacles and delays, but the 9th house is the house of luck. Although for Scorpio, Mars does debilitate in their house of luck. There will also be a solar eclipse early in the month in your 11th house of material gains. So this month could be rather eventful in terms of you yourself and your finances. As far as career is concerned, this is a positive month in terms of recognition and rewards, especially in the beginning of the month. Some Scorpios could perhaps get some new opportunities or offers, and for some this could be related to foreign or overseas companies or sources. After mid-month, avoid any hasty actions and keep it status quo. For business owners, maintain good understanding between you and your partner, because there can be some confusion and misunderstandings between yourselves. Some Scorpios can get promoted at work this month, and those that have been looking for a new job have the possibility of finding one in the first half of the month. This is an exceptional time in terms of your career, especially the first half of the month. So make sure you maintain a very positive relationship with your seniors at work, and make sure you show them the due respect to them. If you have been looking for a new job and you don't find one before the first half of the month, then you need to wait. Because after the middle of the month, it's probably not a very good idea to start or look for a new job, because the sun will debilitate in the 12th house, and it could give rise to troubles with superiors at that time. As far as finance is concerned, it's a favorable month for your financial condition. Even though your expenses could be rather high, these expenses could be related to traveling or you may spend on your spouse and entertaining friends even. In the beginning of the month, there is a possibility of some good income from a past investment also. Also, making long-term investments will give you good gains in the future. As far as relationships is concerned for married Scorpios, you will need to have patience and understanding in your marriage because after the 9th, Jupiter will retrograde in your house of marriage and spouse. So do your best to have a very flexible and understanding relationship with your spouse. There can also be some tension at home due to disagreements over small matters. As far as love relationships is concerned, Rahu is in the 5th house of love relationships. So it may not let you commit to a serious or permanent relationship, but it will certainly allow for a fun relationship. As far as students are concerned, they could get very distracted and lose focus of their studies. So they should try their best to focus and work hard as much as possible. After October 20th, you need to take good care of your father's health. Make sure you manage your relationship with him very well and get his blessings every day so your luck factor can activate. Predictions for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, your ascendant ruler Jupiter will be going retrograde on October 9th in your 6th house. The 6th house signifies your health, debts and loans, your daily routine, your co-workers, your workplace, legal issues, as well as enemies. These are some of the matters that from the past that could resurface now. As far as your career is concerned, you will now focus on curbing your expenses and trying your best to save more money. Ketu has been in your career house, and that has the tendency to cause misunderstandings in the workplace related to financial issues. So be aware and vigilant about that. There could be some issues with loan paybacks and getting loans approved in the workplace if you are working in the finance area or involved in a related field of work. This is the month where Sagittarius needs to have lots of patience and work hard. Later in the month, there's a chance of good career growth and recognition. But make sure your work effort and performance has been above par. Some Sagittarius may even meet some coworkers or work associates from the past and maybe suddenly. As far as finance is concerned, after the middle of the month, your financial situation could improve. In fact, those Sagittarius looking for a new job or pay increase, there's a chance of that towards the end of the month. Although the critical part is to control your expenses. There could be expenses where you either pay off your old loans and debts, and some Sagittarius might even make new investments. When you pay off loans and debts or make investments, those show up as expenses in your birth charts. However, this is not a favorable time to get new loans because it will take a very long time to pay them off because Jupiter is retrograde in your 6th house of loans and debts. So it's a good idea to control your spending and don't have too much credit card debt as well at this time. As far as relationships are concerned, the first half is favorable in terms of relationships, whether you're in a love relationship or whether it's a marital relationship. After mid-month, don't let anger and ego damage your relationship. Remember, your ascendant ruler Jupiter is retrograde in a challenging house. So you may also become very strict and expect too much from your children during this month. So that could lead to lack of harmony at home. However, if you do control your anger, ego, you could have a very happy month. So this is in your hands of what kind of an environment you want to create in your home or how your relationships are going to be. If you control your anger and ego, this could actually be a very happy month for you. Maintain a very positive relationship with your father and your siblings because Saturn is retrograde in your house of siblings. As far as health is concerned, it's okay. But if any of you have Jupiter related health issues, that could be something you need to be vigilant about. The Jupiter related health issues are diabetes, thyroid, or breathing issues. So you need to take care of yourself. For all other Sagittarius, diet and food is something you need to be careful about because that could lead to digestive issues. Predictions for Capricorn. Capricorn, your ascendant ruler Saturn continues to be retrograde in your second house. The second house represents finance, family, food, and your speech. Also, now this month, Jupiter will retrograde in your fifth house. The fifth house represents children, love life, our intelligence and creativity, and also education. So Capricorn can expect a lot of past issues to come back in their lives. As far as career and finance is concerned, this is a positive month in terms of both of those items because Mercury and Venus are going to be activating both the career and the finance house for you. So both those will be much better than in previous months, both career and finance. You may have monetary gains and also get a chance to network with a lot of people to be able to advance in your career. This is an excellent month, especially after mid-month, to reach out to your contacts to ask for support or help in getting new opportunities, or even with asking for a new job or trying to get a new job. People will likely be very responsive to you. There is a possibility of new work and new opportunities coming your way, especially if these are related to creativity, such as designing, art, beauty, or even hospitality industries. If you're looking for a new job, there's a good possibility of getting one. And those that are employed, there's a chance of good rewards and recognition this month, especially towards the middle of the month and after that. This could be somewhat of an expensive month as well, though. Although it's a good time to receive any money from the government if you were anticipating anything like that. You may also have to spend on some travel purposes this month. So just kind of watch what you're spending on and try to control, what you can. As far as relationships, this month you can expect good support from your spouse, at least until the 20th, before Mars goes into the house of marriage. Also, any old resentments that you had with family members, extended family members, also has a very good chance of getting resolved. It's a good idea to initiate communication without anger and ego, and without focusing on all the past issues. And getting all the old resentments resolved this month. Simply focus on going forward, and this will be the path to happiness. There could be some ups and downs with money matters with family members this month, but it's always a good idea. Keep your anger and ego aside and try to get along the best, and this is a good month for that and seems to get resolved this month. After the 20th, be watchful, like I said, of your anger and ego in your marriage. Also with your business partners, because Mars in a debilitated state moves into your seventh house of partnerships. So stay humble and there should be no issues. So it's actually in your own hands of how this month turns out as far as relationships are concerned, especially in the marriage, business partners as well. Now, health is okay, status quo, no major issues at all. It's going to be okay, except for those Capricorns that had experienced pain in their legs in the past. So that pain in the legs could come back again. Also, stay away from too many sugary foods because that can give you digestive issues, and be careful what you eat as well. Predictions for Aquarius. Aquarius, your ascendant ruler Saturn has been retrograde in your own ascendant house for the last few months. Ascendant house is your first house that denotes you, your body, your mind, and your thoughts. This has made Aquarius very lethargic, have lack of energy, and also be quite procrastinating because Saturn is the slowest planet. So most Aquarians have been walking around quite upset with everyone for the last several months. Now Jupiter, the ruler of their wealth houses, goes retrograde in their fourth house, and the career ruler, which is Mars, debilitates. As far as career and finance is concerned, the prospects will be quite promising at the beginning of the month. They could get good business opportunities. In fact, they may even enjoy good relationships with their coworkers and get good support from them. They may get good help and guidance in the workplace in the first half of the month. Finance will also be quite positive, and there can be good benefits from past investments. However, your expenses will also continue to increase along with your income. The situation after the middle of the month, especially after the 20th of October, gets quite tricky. You start experiencing obstacles and delays in your work. You may also not be able to complete your assignments on time. At the same time, your expenses could go out of control and you spend on all kinds of frivolous luxury items. So basically, this month is a completely opposite, meaning good in the first half and troublesome in the second half. Very conflicting month. As far as relationships are concerned, those in love relationships may enjoy a harmonious time, but the condition is that you need to keep your anger and ego in check. Married Aquarians may face some hurdles in their marriage, but your spouse may have good success in their career and finance. Be supportive of your spouse and try your best to control your combative energy and bossy attitude. Maintain very good relationships with your father and take very good care of his health. Taking his blessings will bring you luck this month. Relationship with children could be rather enjoyable and you may have some very happy times together. If your children are very young, then they will do very well in their education this month. As far as health is concerned, you need to be watchful of the mental stress and tension that you could be bringing on to yourself. An old injury or skin condition could return and bother some Aquarians. Try your best to stay relaxed and let go of anger. Drinking lots of water and try to meditate. That will help with the anger and ego issues, as well as the fact of Saturn retrograde in your own ascendant house. This will give you refreshed energy, change your energy, and give you some more good energy back. Also, this is a very good month for you to start becoming spiritual if you are not already. And if you are spiritual, it's a good time to practice your religion, dharma, or spirituality in however you want to practice it, because the ninth house has lots of activity and planets. The ninth house is the house of spirituality, religion, dharma. So you could do yoga, meditation. You could also visit your church or temple or whatever that you'd like to visit. And that should help a lot this month. Last but not the least, predictions for Pisces. Pisces, your ascendant ruler Jupiter will be starting its retrograde motion in your third house on October 9th. Rahu is already transiting in your own ascendant house, and in September it created a lunar eclipse in your own ascendant house. Now, due to all these placements, it's possible that Pisces is a little confused about how to proceed or plan for the future, or regarding their career and finance. Or some Pisces could also have some mental stress during this time. Normally, Rahu in the first house gives good high energy, but this will be impacted later in the month in October because of the retrograde Jupiter. As far as career and finance is concerned, this month will be favorable for starting new work, projects, or opportunities until the 9th. You may even get new offers, deals, or opportunities within the first 10 days until the 9th of the month. Make sure you complete all your tasks and work in a timely manner by then if you want to see good financial gains from them. After Jupiter retrogrades on October 9th, things might slow down and you lose your good energy and motivation because your third house of courage, self-effort will be impacted by the retrograde Jupiter. Some Pisces may face challenges in their work if their work is not up to par. It's very important to maintain very good coordination with your superiors and your bosses this month especially. Try to focus less on enjoyments and more on your work. If you need to take any major decisions regarding career or finance, it's a very good idea to get the help of a mentor or a coach, because Rahu being in the first house sometimes clouds the mind and sometimes people don't take the best decisions. It could also be a rather expensive month that could create stress for you. It's not a good month to have real estate transactions because they involve investments or finance, or make new investments. So just stay away from that for a while. If you require loans this month, you may get them easily. However, it's not really a good idea to get into a high credit card loan or debt situation, because you may not make a proper decision about it after the second half of the month. So stay away from that and try to control your expense. As far as relationships are concerned, after mid-month, you need to work on strengthening your marriage, because your spouse will require your support and understanding regarding maybe some in-law matters or some financial matters. So instead of fighting and putting up arguments, just try to be supportive of them. Otherwise, there could be some stress in the marriage. For most of the month, relationship with children is going to be very enjoyable. So spend time with them, enjoy them. But after the 20th, when Mars moves into the 5th house, you might tend to get angry at them for basically no reason. So don't fall into that trap of debilitated Mars and get angry with your children. Those in love relationships, it's a pleasant time again until the 20th. After that, don't let ego and anger damage your relationship. Just kind of play along and be understanding in your love relationship. Speaking of health, there could just be some stress due to family matters this month. Otherwise, health is perfectly okay. You just need to pay attention to your diet and food choices. Stay away from spicy foods. Otherwise, you might get some indigestion. Also, if you suffer from hypertension, you need to take extra care this month. So watch your mental stress and tension this month. With this, I come to the end of my video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope everybody has a very, very wonderful, happy October. Goodbye for now.